Very good. Okay, we're up and running. Another, it's funny. I watch these videos and gosh, all through the talking to you, I'm a scratch. Gosh, it's amazing. In radio, mostly that's what I do is radio or webcastings, mostly webcasting now. In fact, all webcasting. Um, when you're not seen by the crowd, frankly, it doesn't matter. You scratch yourself, pick your nose, your ears. All it's just you don't even think about it, and as long as your voice is running, you're okay. As long as you're talking or there's a song going, who cares? No one can see you. Now all of a sudden, yeah, man, I tell you, I gotta. And yet, doggone it, if I don't itch, gosh, if you itch and you don't scratch it, a guy could go nuts. Oh well. Well, so pardon me. I notice I have been doing that a lot when I look at the videos. Well, review them, so to speak. But boy, oh my gosh, now my nose itches so, oh, I shouldn't have started talking about it. Oh, I'm okay. There you go. I think we're all set. Okay, well, another episode of Aunt Barb's Magic Oven. This one entitled Keeping It Simple. Okay, it's number 42 if you're counting, chapter 42. Okay, a lady named Martha, standing right near a fire plug, asked if Jesus lived in heaven and what was it like. She also wanted to know if the Andy Griffith Show would have another season of reruns. Jesus looked at Martha. He thought a second or two. He finally spoke. That show's not going anywhere, Martha. It'll be on forever. Heaven, by the way, when you get right down to it, is a lot like that show. If you want to know more about heaven, watch Andy of Mayberry. Real quick, I do live in heaven, and well, so can you. Heaven, like anything else, is what you make of it. Just like life here on earth. By the way, wasn't Don Knotts the best in that show? God, that character he played, Barney, right? Oh, man. Next question, please, Doc. An older gentleman raised his hand and when asked if he had a question, said that he'd like to know where we are. To be exact, he asked, where are we? Jesus said this might be a hard one to explain, but he'd be glad to do as best he can. He'd be glad to try. He said that basically we are all in existence. He said that right now we are on a side street in a city in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is on Earth. Earth is part of a solar system ruled by our nearest star, the sun. We have millions of fellow stars in our galaxy. Many of them have planets in orbit that harbor life. Our galaxy is just one of millions of other galaxies in the universe. And here's the kicker, friends, Jesus said, the universe is just one of countless universes within existence. You see, it's all very large, beyond comprehension. He went on to say that God oversees all of existence and angels handle a whole lot of the work. Jesus then asked the old-timer if that helped any. The man said, well, that was all well and good, but he really just wanted to know if this was Carson Street. Uncle Bill hollered that it was. The man was pretty happy knowing now for sure that he and his wife were on the right street. Still, he thanked Jesus and went off to locate number 15 Carson Street, where some of his friends lived. Jesus apologized for getting too technical. He did say that probably the best thing you can do when asked for your location is realize that here is where you are. You aren't anywhere else except here. Jesus thought of a different idea for the next question. This time he asked if someone would ask him if it was a good idea to keep things simple. Grandma raised her hand. Jesus asked Grandma for her question. Bless her heart, Grandma stood up and asked if it was best to keep things simple. His answer came very fast. Thank you, Esther. The answer is a definite yes. Keep it simple. Jesus looked at me and then at the crowd. He said that, well, there was one question left, and he asked if it'd be all right with the world if he let me ask it. He said that I'd done a pretty good job of hosting, and, well, what the heck, maybe I should get last licks. The crowd agreed. Now I was on the spot. Worse than that, I had to keep it simple, and I had to hurry up. The networks were overdue for a commercial break, so I had about 2 minutes. I had to think fast, and I'm not too good at that kind of thing. So, okay. Well, we'll do another episode tomorrow, friends. Hope you like these. Bye now.